when we want to do the digital transformation, we need to involve them. The digital transformation is belong to all the employee on the manufacturing. So everybody will be thinking that they are very helpful with this technology if they understand the basic concept.
You are tuned to Kaizen Talk, where we delve into the transformative impact of Kaizen philosophy on global businesses. Join us as we explore stories of innovation and continuous improvement that drive lasting success across industries. I'm your host, Fery, Managing Director of Kaizen Institute Singapore. Today, we are talking about a game changer in the operational excellence world, technology. With rapid advancement in digital tools, automation, and AI, companies worldwide are redefining the way they operate. But how does this mean for businesses in Indonesia? How can leaders like you effectively integrate technology into their operational excellence strategy to drive efficiency and stay competitive? Today, we have someone who is very experienced and on the intersection of technology and operational excellence, Pak Fadli Hamsani. Thank you, Pak.
Thanks for the invitation.
He is the General Manager of Enterprise Solution Management at Telkomsel. He has over 15 years of experience in process and engineering, industrial digitalization, smart factory deployment. He leads innovation across industries such as manufacturing, mining, oil and gas. In addition to that, he is also a certified NLP trainer, lean expert. He also drives digital transformation in growth, excellence, and sustainable growth. He is also an author of Smart Manufacturing, Masa, Depan, Industri, Indonesia, the Era Digital, a book that explores how businesses can leverage on digital, leverages on Industry 4.0 for long-term success. But Fadli, again, welcome you to the Kaizen Talk.
Thank you very much, Pak Fery. Thanks for the invitation.
It's a great honor to have you here. And I congrats to the recent book on smart manufacturing and Industry 4.0. Perhaps the audience would like to know what inspired you to actually start to write this book.
Thanks, Pak Fery, for the invitation. The first of all, I would like to say that making this book is to help the country to deploy and accelerate the digital transformation in Indonesia. As you know, Indonesia has started to launch a digital transformation program, especially for industry, what we well known as a Making Indonesia 4.0. So Making Indonesia 4.0 is a launch from the previous president, Mr. Jokowi, on the 2018 April. So they launched already this Making Indonesia 4.0, but still have no exact the guidance for industry how to do this digital transformation for industry. You know, the government start to make some supporting, like a training, the awareness, and also some support of the regulation to give the information for all the industry how they should do the digital transformation. So by this book, I'm inspired to giving more larger information to all the people, especially for all the practitioners, all the stakeholders, whether they are the governments, whether they are the end users, technology providers, or the academician, or all the citizens that they want to understand how is the digital transformation journey in Indonesia, especially in this digital era.
Oh, thank you. And perhaps I think the audience will be also interested from your research and experience. What is the biggest misconception people have about digital transformation in manufacturing and operations?
Thanks for this question. I think this is very basic and very important. People always saying that digital transformation in industry is about robotic. Is about automation. Is about putting all the very fancy thing to their industrial. Normally, it's not only that. If we go on the reference by the McKinsey saying that the digital transformation consists of the three main points, right? It's about people, process, and the technology. So this technology portion normally as an enablers, we need to focus more on the people and also about the process. And I think this is the main point also that very interesting to discuss more. How is the people, how is the process, and supporting by the enablers of technology can be fully giving an impact of the digital transformation itself.
Yeah. Well said, Pak. And within Kaizen Institute, we also have the same similar model that we always use, right? Like
Yeah.
people, process, technology. And I recall that it's a saying from someone, technology is the manifestation of intention.
Exactly.
So although technology is critical, the intention of driving excellence is more critical. If you don't have that, actually, it might not work. So
Exactly.
let's maybe discuss more about this. When we talk about operational excellence, we often focus on processes and people.
Yeah.
How does technology, right, in this case, fit into the equation?
Yeah.
Yeah, you mentioned it's an enabler.
Yeah.
Do you have any specific examples that you can share with the audience that how technology can be used to actually help with people and processes?
Yeah, I'm as what you are introduced just now, that I'm coming from the end users.
Yeah.
Previously, I'm working as end user in the company. It's not only the technology providers. So sure, the main point is that technology as enablers mean that we need to know and identify what is the really pain point on the process itself. And the tools of the digitalization is a tools to empowering the people. I take one example.
Yeah.
For example, we talk about the maintenance process in industry. So what is the key point and the value added of the technology itself on this maintenance process? Let's say we talk about the downtime. The problem is the machine is always problem, downtime with unpredictable. We don't know when and how we need to solve the problem, moving fast to solve the problem because we know the historical of the machine itself. So the technology like IoT can fit for that. The technology IoT can give all the information, the real-time information to the maintenance engineer. They know when is the machine have an issue, the temperature, symptom is become a problem or whatever. So that's what I said. The technology can be enablers fit when we know the pain point. So when we want to know the pain point, the main key is we need to know the value stream of this operation.
Well, yeah.
This is what is the key point of the
Correct,
Kaizen
correct,
Institute, right?
yeah.
We need to know where is the pain point on every single business process that have on every single enterprises. So knowing the pain point is a key. And to identify all the ways or what we call the non-value added is the key. And to have this competency, we need to touch the people and we need to understand the process.
Yeah. Well said. Yeah. So what I can relate to this, like what Pak Fadli mentioned, right? I mean, a lot of time we can have maybe technology like iPhone
Yep.
watch, right? So it helps you to reduce the friction to collect data.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, if you have a watch but you don't do exercise, you don't eat healthily,
Yeah.
the technology itself won't help, right? So,
Exactly.
so in the industrial setting, what are some of the examples that you have seen that by just having a technology itself and also addressing the pain point, people actually change their habit or how do you see habit change as a key challenge in all this?
Yeah, I think it's a good question because I can tell you in Indonesia, I'm doing some consultancy to support to identify a small pain point of the customers or industry that they want to go for the digital transformation. So when we look on that, the main key problem normally is not a problem. I can say this challenge. The main key challenge is the understanding of this value added about the digital transformation, which is the digital transformation main driver is a business. This is the first point.
Yeah.
So when they know that this digital transformation, the driver is the business, so then they will look on all their value proposition, and also they look on their value stream map and where the beneficial of the technology can fit on that. That's the first point. And if you said about the awareness, the skill, the upskill, the upskilling, then the reskilling, also the shifting. This is the need, Fery.
Yeah.
Why I said the need? Because the technology, we can buy the technology. And the technology is very rapid change, Today, last year, we talked about the metaverse.
Yeah.
This year, we talk a lot about the Gen AI.
Yeah.
So, the technology is changed very fast.
Correct.
And what we need to have is the foundation.
Yeah.
We need to give involve all the employee to understand about the business process. They know the identify the pain point and etc. I can give you one example, what I learned, what I researched. So if the technology adoption only without any lean manufacturing basis, maybe we can give 10 to 15% saving cost. If they only use the lean methodology without technology, they will get 25% saving cost and etc. But if we combine, if this lean and also the technology marriage, it can give 40% of the saving. I have this experience when I bring my previous company, Schneider Electric, to become the global lighthouse advanced manufacturing from the World Economic Forum. By combining the lean and also the technology, for the maintenance, I can give you one example. We can reduce the downtime until 40%. And the cost saving for the spare part, it can save until 35%. So you can imagine the beneficial of this combination.
Well, good example, good case study. And in this particular case that you share, what do you think is the key success factor? I mean, ultimately, technology adoption is one. The other thing is having that technology itself. Maybe from the audience, they would like to know what will be the key things. Maybe few key things that they need to do to achieve the same success as you.
The first point, thanks for the question. The first point I would like to share to everyone that when we adopt the technology, it's not about the fancy because of the business. This is the first point. And to go and get this revenue impact to the business, the first point, they need to know and do the assessment what is their pain point. Really need to put the technology as a solution for your pain point. And to identify your pain point, they need to understand. They need to know what is the waste. Is it the waste in the production? Is it the waste in the warehousing? Is it the waste in the supply chain? Or others? So that's the first thing. The second point is they need to build the capability.
Build the capability.
The build capability means they need to touch the people. Touch the people means that they need to involve the people. Let's say if one of the case example, if the transformation is coming to one of the enterprises factory, for example, and immediately the collaborative robot is go to the factory, then somebody want to install this. Maybe the employee, the operator will think, hey, what is it, this one? Is it something that will be replacing me? Because the people not get good awareness. The people not get the new skill, or the people not get the new awareness about the information, which is this collaborative robot normally can help him or her to avoid the ergonomic issue. So who can understand this? People like you from Kaizen Institute, I'm sure, can giving some information, some insight that when you want to adopt this digital transformation, it's not only about buy the technology, but you need to deep dive to understand your pain point in your business process, and you need to do the upskilling, reskilling, do the training, and even the shifting for your employee to get this kind of the success. So my point is the identify your pain point and build the capability.
Very well said. And for the matter of fact, before we actually start this session, we were talking among internally with our team that one of the key things that we always want to ensure is make sure that we know the pain point of the customer before we actually provide the solutions. So in your case, it's quite aligned with what we have also in Kaizen Institute, where first thing is always to look at the pain point, ultimately look at the process and use technology to actually reduce the challenges that you have on those pain points. Now, some of you who has done digitalization, you might say, yeah, I mean, we hear this a lot, but then when it comes to real implementation, it's difficult, you know. People's mindset, they have been there for many years, 30 years. You ask me to learn new things. Just to give you an example, like when we have WhatsApp, right? When I was like wanting to teach my parents how to use WhatsApp, they look at it, oh no, I don't want smartphone. I don't want to. Even some people say, oh, you can't teach the old people on the new technology. So have you encountered similar barriers of adoption of technology, and what are some of the barriers you observe?
Yeah, thanks. Yes, of course. Every single change have a barriers. That's my understanding, and the way how the people try to avoid to adopt some new things because they don't know the benefit, they don't know the impact. So the technology is a disruption. We understand about this. We cannot hold the technology to come. Remember last time when, let's say, I mentioned like a Gojek come to Indonesia, they fight with the existing taxi, normal taximeters. But after now, the taximeters is on the Gojek apps. You can imagine. And every single person, they avoid to use this, but now they ask their son to use these apps, to easy to get a job and etc. So the first point is it have some challenge, barrier, and etc. Yes. That's why I would like to highlight that very important for people and for us to give awareness to the people that this kind of the adoption technology will be impacted not only for the corporate but also for every single person, which is the individual. I give you an example. When I'm in the manufacturing last time, a few years ago, and I talked to the guys in the shop floor, the operator. I said, "Hey, you want why you are crying? Because she crying. Why you crying?" They said, "Because I'm fighting with who? With the maintenance guys. Why? Because I write down the result of the production, but they said, oh no, the root cause problem is because the maintenance downtime everything. But after the maintenance said, hey, it's not because me. The problem downtime is only 5 minutes. The rest is because material from the warehouse. But everybody said you and you and you. After this solved by the digitalization, there is no fighting.
Yes.
And the benefit, the indirect impact is not only for the enterprise getting the revenue, benefit of the efficiency, productivity, and sustainability, but also the well-being for the people.
Yes.
They can no fighting because the data is real time. The data is more accurate, and also it's more on time, so they can go back on time. No need to wrap up all the data and everything. This is a simple, the simple things that I can give, saying that these people, when we want to do the digital transformation, we need to involve them since beginning. That's the really key. If not, then the main challenge of the digital transformation in Indonesia is about the people, is about the culture.
Yeah, very well said. And I can concur with what you said from our personal experience. Ultimately, to roll out something, you always have to remove the fear of the people, right? Because the fear of unknown is actually worse than the fear of what is technology itself. And in what you say, I also recall we were talking to someone, basically within the team. They say with technology, it actually create a single source of truth for the data. And as a quality guy, they always say it is right. In God we trust. Everything else we rely on data. If you don't have digital transformation that helps you to automate the collection of data, then a lot of this data collection actually becomes very manual and subjected to a lot of interpretation by different stakeholders, which ultimately is a barrier for you to actually drive improvement. So in a lot of these cases that you mentioned, after they have collect the data, how do you prevent it from being tampered? Some stakeholders or team on the ground, they are very smart, right? They know, you implement this OEE system. Okay, let me do something on it. Pause that a bit, so that my result is good. Have you encountered something like that, and how you overcome it?
Yes, that's why I said is the involvement is very important. I have two main points when we talk about the people portion. If we don't, let's say, if we don't involve them at the beginning, you will not engage them. When you want to involve them, and when you want to have the good engagement, you need to do something for them. The something for them is not only the salary impact. The something for them sometimes is also the well-being impact. Like what I said just now. They are more easy. They are more safety. Don't forget about this. Because the technology can make you more safe. Like what I said. Why the cobot they use in the very heavy industry? previously one operator they need to bring by himself, which is the long-term impact is the ergonomic issue,
Okay.
is the pain. By this, the people will say, hey, this technology helping me. But changing this kind of the mindset is not easy. That's why I said the senior level management commitment is very important. When you want to success your digital transformation, the senior level management commitment is the first key point. So then it will be go to another direction. So the transformation is not belong to IT department. The transformation is not belong to automation or engineering department. The digital transformation is belong to all the employee on the manufacturing. They need to involve, they need to engage, and giving them what is the personal value. So it's kind of the cannibalism or all the issue like what you said is happening normally. It's happening. I can say to you it's happened. But because they don't understand what is the value for them, not only the value for their enterprise or the company. So in Indonesia, we try to develop what we call the transformation managers. So now with the government, Ministry of Industry, we launch what we call the certification of the transformation managers, which is this certification is certified by the local government authority. What is the main? The main task of this digital transformation or transformation manager is not bringing the technology. It's talking about the people, how you want to engage the people, how you want to treat the people on this journey, and also how you want to look on your business process, which impact that will be bring the value added for the people and also for the enterprise. Value coming for both sides. Also, what kind of the right technology that suitable for you. Maybe sometimes it's not applicable, but sometimes it's applicable. So this digital transformation or transformation manager certification is already launched by the government and to helping this kind of approach. So and also we are thinking that this kind of the rule of the regulation will be needed to support the worry that what you are mentioning when the technology want to adopt in any enterprises in Indonesia.
Yeah, very well said. And I just want to maybe pick on one point that you mentioned. You mentioned about the production guy, there's safety improvement. For example, if you implement a robotic, perhaps it helps production. Have you encountered cases where actually the resistance is coming from maintenance because, wow, if everything is robotized, automated, there's a lot of maintenance work, Pak. So it's more work for us, although it's helping production. Have you encountered cases like that?
Yes, because I'm last time I'm the maintenance manager.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm engineering manager.
Okay.
I'm taking care of the utility maintenance, making a machine, new automation, and etc. And it's really happening. It's in the reality. The main again we change back this. We need to shifting them.
Okay.
Maintenance engineers become the IoT engineers.
Oh. Okay.
And the value. Today, they just manage the old machine, the same activity, doing the PM, RM, and etc. But when we leverage them, become a IoT engineers, then, their level will be increased. The benefit, what they get also will be increased. The company, if the company is growth, the bonus also will be growth. So they need to understand that the what we call the overtime is not the part that they will get every time, because normally the overtime is the waste. But we need to give this understanding. On time, going back on time, everything's good, quality good, production good, salary good, and bonus good, everything's good. So to go on that level is not simple. Again, like what I said to you, it's very important to involve everyone. When you, let's say the Kaizen Institute, not only to touch the senior level, also we need to talk to them that we need to touch the junior level. We need to inform everybody on the shop floor because they know very well about the situation of the operation, supply chains, warehouse, production, quality, everything. So to touch to them, and giving an information that the digital is a tools and the digital is empowering, which is very strong word that I use when I go to every single company saying that, hello, guys, this technology is empowering you. This technology is make you more safe. This technology is helping you going back on time because everything is already on the dashboard. No need to write down like what you said about the OEE. Then you know where is the pain. Is it on the availability? Is it on the quality? Or is it on the performance? So we know which area that we need to improve. So everybody will be thinking that they are very helpful with this technology if they understand the basic concept.
Yeah. Well said. And a lot of time in all this transformation, right? You mentioned about the team will have to upgrade themselves. That means they have to learn a new skills.
Yeah.
What we observe, right, is sometimes the team member might be using the old technology for many years.
Yeah.
So maybe their background is more in electrical, mechanical.
Yeah.
But when it comes to IIoT,
Yeah.
a lot of time they might need to learn new things, right? Programming, you know, certain things.
Yeah.
What happens if, you know, the team are not able to pick up this, you know, new programming? Because a lot of times people are maybe already old.
Yeah.
The learning ability is
Different. Yeah.
How would you advise, you know, leaders to overcome this?
Yeah, that's why I said to you, this is a really real case. You know, when we are doing and supporting any enterprises in Indonesia to doing the digital transformation, the first of all they need to come with the assessment.
Okay.
You need to assess first. So you need to assess what is the digital level of all the employee.
Okay.
All employee, operator, technician, engineer, supervisors, whoever they are, production or quality, supply chain, you need to assess how is their digital level, digital literacy level. After that, we need to know our business process. What kind of technology that required now, and what kind of the technology required in the future, which is it will become the anticipation skill that required. Let's say, is it I required to have the data scientist in my factory? Yes or not? We don't know. It depends on the business. It depends on the business process. Maybe required, maybe no. Maybe required only one, maybe required 10. Different. Depend on the business, right?
Okay.
Is it their FMCG? Is it their only subcon or whatever? Don't know.
Okay.
But it's a part of, we need to do the assessment. We need to know where is they are on the baseline. This is the first one. The second one, we need to build what we call the subject matter expert. So it's no need everyone need to know about AI. Maybe it's not applicable for him or for her on their daily job. So it's not everybody need to understand about the AI. And what is the impact also for the business? What is the impact also for their personal? So we need to build the subject matter expert. And when we have this subject matter expert, there will be the buddying process, and there will be, it's the Kaizen process, it's a Kaizen process. There will be the project process, whatever is that, to be replicated. So it can be the TOT also after that, the train of the trainer. So we do the train of the trainer. One example, I have one best practices last time. When I want to create the subject matter expert for the IoT, it will become the maintenance engineer. When I want to create the subject matter expert for the business intelligence, it will be coming from the supply chain guy. But this supply chain guy can train also the quality guys. And the maintenance guys can train also the utility guys. So by this, they get a new recognition. So by we get the new recognition, there will be shifting. This is the good one. The second one is no good one. No good one means that somebody that they cannot do anything. So at least when they have this program, they have a buddy. Who can help this? The young man. Who can help this old man? I can say, let's say, the guys that who cannot, absorb again the new technology and etc. This is the approach, the best approach that I look as a best practices in Indonesia. The second one is what I said in the early point that when we do the digital transformation, it's not only focused on the upskilling and reskilling. The management totally they need to understand also about the shifting. The shifting strategy on the change management is another thing that very important. Who can help this? People like you.
Thank you. Well said, Pak. So ultimately, one thing that's from the audience also, maybe they are seriously have question is, you mentioned a lot about rewarding people, right? And recognition for people. From our experience, to drive change, not only that those things that you mentioned, process mapping, identifying the pain point, knowing what are the key challenges, the skill matrix, but also the rewards and recognition system.
Exactly.
It has to be very robust. Perhaps you can shed some lights to the audience also from your experience. How should the reward and recognition system be like for a digital transformation journey?
Yeah, I think it's like you are mentioning just now. I mentioned just now also about they have the digital transformation subject matter expert for every single key technology, now technology, current technology, or the anticipate technology is a part of the recognition. I can say to you, and they become a subject matter for IoT subject matter, for the AI subject matter, for the blockchain or whatever is that. That's a part of the recognition.
Okay.
And another point for the low level, we have also the things that what we call the idea system. Is a digital idea system.
Yeah.
When the people involved on the digital idea system, they care about the near miss in the safety. They care about the quality potential issue, Pokayoke, Jidoka, whatever is not work. And then they will say, hey, can I use the digital apps to anticipate this? This is a part of that. When they give this ideation, they will get a recognition. They will get a reward. So it's a very low level ideation, but it's work. On another level, also have a lot of kind of things. I remember last time when we do the awareness, the communication session, I invite the all the maintenance, technician, operator together without any senior level. It's not without any the management level. So when I said to the maintenance said, hey, thank you very much because of this digital transformation. Now we are using the iPad. When I have an issue in the machine, I just use my iPad, show to the machine using the technology of the AR, augmented reality. We know the situation. We know the problem. We know the pain. And I can open directly from my iPad how to solve the problem using the manual sheet or data sheet and everything to do the maintenance. And then, you know what happened after? The warehouse guy said, hey, Pak, can you give me also the smartwatch? I said, for what? Then they said, I have a problem because I'm a water spider. Bring the warehouse, the material. I go, I don't know where is the right flow. Where is the fastest flow? If I use the smartwatch, I can get the notice immediately and I can serve immediately. See who taught this now?
Yes.
The ground floor level. So that's why I said the involvement. That's the best thing. If on the digital transformation way or journey, if you can involve your people, if you can upskill, reskill, shifting your people, you will be success in your digital transformation journey.
Wow, well said, well said. So ultimately, like what Fadli mentioned, the key thing about ensuring digital transformation is not technology itself, but people, right? So ultimately, people are the elements that to ensure technologies are being used. So with that, perhaps in the interest of time, we have not much time left. Maybe what will be your advice to leaders, right, who will like to implement digital transformation, right? If they totally have zero, they start from zero, how would you advise them? Is it better to, go it alone, or would it be better to, get resources outside to help, like consultant, to support?
First point, I love to use this word. If you want to go fast, sometimes you can go alone. If you want to go far, you need to collaborate with other people, which is they're very understand and knowing about your. Sometimes you need to have another eyes. People that are, let's say like me, I stay in my factory for 15 years. Then I know maybe there is no something problem in my factory. But if I have another people, outsiders, consultants, another collaboration, technology providers, whatever is that, so they can give you best practices. They can give you another's view, saying that, hey, maybe you feeling that this is something that daily we we feel that this is normal.
Correct.
But for people like consultant, the people like technology providers, or the people like expertise from outsiders, they can say to you, hey, this is not normal normally.
Yeah.
Best practice is like this.
Yeah.
From another company for the same industry,
Yeah.
maybe they can give you more information.
Correct.
That's the best thing. I'm really suggest for all the enterprises, if you want to go implement the digital transformation, never do it alone.
Yes. And in a lot of our implementation, I think the key thing is you always need to consider what is the cost of experimenting.
Exactly.
Yeah. If you were to do it alone, sometimes the challenge would be you will take a lot of time for you to reach there, and your competition would be already somewhere else.
Yeah.
And on top of that, one of the key challenge of the key benefit of perhaps engaging external resource is to make sure that your blind spot are being covered, right? So
Exactly.
the blind spot are actually those issues that perhaps will increase the risk of
Yeah.
your digital transformation.
Yeah.
With a technology partner, definitely that will help you to mitigate the risk and to ensure that things are accelerated. With this, Pak Fadli, thank you for your time.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure to talk to you. I would have want to spend more time with you, but maybe we'll do it the second round.
Thank you.
So, Pak Fadli, thank you for sharing your insights today. This has been eye-opening. Thank you for hanging out. For the audience there, thank you for hanging out with us at KAIZENTalk. I hope today's discussion sparked some idea on how you can bring technology into your continuous improvement journey. So digital transformation works best when supported by a strong Kaizen mindset and culture of continuous improvement. Like what Pak Fadli mentioned, it's all about the people. It's not just about the technology, but it's really about the people, awareness, engage to actually openly embrace technology. With that, thank you for your taking time out to stay tuned. Until next time, keep improving, keep innovating. See you. Bye-bye.